To all Iranian patriots, keep protesting, take over your institutions if possible, and save the name of the killers and the abusers that are abusing you. You're being very badly abused. If the numbers are right, now I hear 5 different sets of numbers. I hear numbers, look, 1 death is too much, but I hear much lower numbers, and then I hear much higher numbers. But I say save their names because they'll pay a very big price. And I've canceled all meetings with the Iranian officials until the senseless killing of protesters stops. And all I say to them is help is on its way. You saw that I put tariffs on anybody doing business with Iran. Just went into effect today. And I say make Iran great again. You know, it was a great country until these monsters came in and took it over.
Iran's information blackout is cracking from space. As deadly protests rage on the ground, Elon Musk's SpaceX is now offering free Starlink satellite internet to users inside Iran, bypassing a days-long nationwide shutdown. This as Khamenei regime crack down on Iranians, conducts door-to-door raids, and seizes thousands of Starlink devices. Iranian intelligence says it has confiscated a major shipment of illegal Starlink terminals and advanced electronics, accusing protesters of espionage and sabotage. The seized equipment was reportedly smuggled from a neighboring country and was headed toward provinces near military and missile facilities. Since last year's 12-day war with Israel and the United States, possession of Starlink terminals has been treated as evidence of espionage in Iran. Despite the ban, thousands of devices are already inside the country. Experts estimate more than 50,000 Starlink units have been smuggled across Iran's borders. Human rights groups say Iranian forces are now jamming Starlink signals and hunting down users. State television aired footage Tuesday showing what appeared to be seized Starlink receivers, describing them as tools for espionage and sabotage. NetBlocks reports Iran's nationwide internet shutdown has lasted 5 days, cutting millions off from online communication. Unrest has sharply escalated over the past week, with hundreds of thousands demanding the downfall of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Activist groups warn thousands may have been killed in more than 2 weeks of violent clashes. Starlink's role highlights how satellite internet has become a geopolitical weapon and soft power tool, not just for Elon Musk, but also for Washington. US President Donald Trump has urged Iranians to continue protesting and previously called on Starlink to help restore communications. However, Musk has done this before. Starlink has provided internet access to Ukraine during Russia's invasion, and earlier this year offered free service in Venezuela after US actions against President Nicolas Maduro. As Iran tightens its grip on the streets, the battle for control is now also being fought in orbit. Iran is going dark again. As streets erupt in protest and anger spreads across cities, the regime is tightening its grip on information. The internet is being cut. Phone networks are throttled. And now, the battle has moved to space. With state controls choking Iran's digital lifelines, protesters are turning to an unlikely tool. Elon Musk's Starlink satellite internet system has become a last remaining window to the outside world. Through it, Iranians are uploading raw videos of nightly demonstrations and violent crackdowns, images that would otherwise never leave the country. But Tehran is fighting back. Iran is now tracking down protesters using Starlink. This comes hours after Iranian authorities intensified efforts to jam Starlink signals, treating the technology as a battlefield threat. According to digital rights experts, the interference is most severe in protest hotspots. Disruptions spike at night, precisely when demonstrators gather in large numbers. It's electronic warfare, says Amir Rashidi of the Meon Group, a US-based nonprofit tracking censorship. He says the regime is actively hunting Starlink users, confiscating satellite dishes and tracking signals. Over the weekend, security forces began door-to-door searches in western Tehran. Starlink terminals are illegal in Iran. Anyone caught with one faces arrest, interrogation, or worse. That has forced users into extreme secrecy. One Tehran resident, speaking to Wall Street Journal via a crackling Starlink connection, said he uploads videos taken by relatives. He then sends them to trusted contacts abroad, who publish them on social media. He says people with Starlink never reveal who they are or where they operate from. This information war comes as Iran shuts down most internet access for its 90 million citizens. The blackout followed mass protests triggered by a devastating economic crisis. Demonstrators are now openly chanting for the end of the regime. Phone calls are failing. Text messages are delayed or blocked. Only government institutions and regime loyalists retain full access. Diplomats say those users are registered on a government whitelist of approved internet addresses. State media continues to broadcast uninterrupted. Independent voices remain silenced. In official messages sent Sunday, authorities urged citizens to trust only state-linked outlets. One text promoted the Mehr news agency tied to security services. Another called people to join a pro-regime rally at Tehran University. The message accused the United States and Israel of fueling unrest. It urged public loyalty as protests spread to dozens of cities. Meanwhile, Starlink dishes are being smuggled into Iran at great risk. Some arrived by boat from Dubai. Others cross land borders through Iraqi Kurdistan. They began appearing in larger numbers after the 2022 protests. That was when Elon Musk said SpaceX would seek sanctions exemptions to activate terminals. Since then, Starlink has remained a digital lifeline under constant threat.